you're all very welcome to Educogym's live relaxation. So I just want to again welcome Tom McKenna along today to help us to do this relaxation. It got such a great response last week, so we're absolutely delighted to have it again. And I suppose I didn't really feel that I gave Tom a proper introduction or even give an idea to people listening or watching the event, the type of extensive experience that he has in this area. So I really want to just maybe go through a little bit, Tom, if you're happy with this.
Yes, that's good. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, great. So Tom's interest began in yoga when he saw an advert in a newspaper in his early 20s, some time ago. And you joined Tony Quinn's yoga classes and you participated in those for a period of time. And that led to you, in fact, getting involved in the running of the classes. And I know that you expanded from a few classes to over 20 classes across Ireland. And I think as a result of people's interest in the yoga classes and their interest in personal development and yoga techniques and physical and mental well-being, you also then were involved in setting up therapy classes to really help people in those areas. And for those of you that don't have a background in yoga, yoga means union with life. So being a yogi or somebody who is an exponent of yoga, it's really expressing that life energy, and that life as it goes out to other people has a real transforming effect. So it's an incredible thing to be involved with people. So as a result of that, I mean, I know you've treated thousands of people in all sorts of areas: relaxation techniques, concentration techniques, nutrition, all sorts of areas that really make a difference. And I know then that you were also involved in healing and healing classes, which is really a form of therapy using yoga techniques and nutrition, and also that transference of energy or life energy. So as a result of that then, and your interest in yoga and your association with Tony, the therapy classes evolved. And even during that time, I think I'm right in saying that you were involved in the running of the gym in Eccles Street, the Tony Quinn gym. So, and during that time, you obtained a number of different diplomas, from nutrition to clinical nutrition, psychotherapy, and even key massage, which is really a form of massage that's using that type of energy. And so in addition to the therapy classes, then Tony started the weekend seminars, which really became as a demand from people who were doing the therapy classes. And those weekend seminars became week-long seminars, and ultimately evolved into what we know as the Educo seminar, which started in 1998, which now actually is compact and brilliant at 10 days. And then you became heavily involved in the promoting of the seminars, encouraging people to ultimately go on the seminar. And I know from talking to people when you were involved in the gym in Eccles Street and the results that they were getting, and it was, I suppose, their trust in you and because of the type of results they were getting from understanding how to use more of their mind, from changing their shape, from increasing their energy, and the knock-on effect that had on their life, that they ultimately trusted you to go on that 2-week seminar and attend it, and I suppose get a greater transference or jump in their understanding of really their true potential. So it's been such an incredible life that you've led, and you've been able to affect so many people. So we're so delighted that we're able to bring that here to this forum on Educogym Online and involve so many people. And there was so much interest. I can't stress that enough in this particular class last week. So we're hoping that we're going to be able to evolve it over the next number of weeks and really give people an understanding about the power of relaxation and really understanding that it's all about having an end outcome in mind, and using the relaxation to get to understand how to, I suppose, imprint that outcome and then really make it or cause it to happen. So maybe I'll leave it to you now to expand a little bit on what we did last week and to give people an even clearer idea of what's to come.
That's great, Jamie. Thanks a lot. That was it's even an interesting synopsis for me to even listen to. It's like somebody saying, well, here's a 5-minute kind of encapsulation of your life. So it was very interesting. But yeah, well, I think that what's interesting about it is, and hello to everybody. Apparently I'm now streaming out to people all over the world. So I am delighted to hear this, and it's terrific to be able to have something to offer everybody, to the extent that by using a relaxation technique, you yourselves will be able to explore the ability you have to change your life. So we're going to kind of move into that territory now shortly. So obviously I'm talking to people in the morning and in the midday and in the middle of your night. So I hope everybody's able to pay attention. So we will proceed into that. Now, last week we talked a bit about the idea that we have an energy available to us. Now, normally, as you are growing up in life, you are faced with situations that increase the level of stress in the person, physically and mentally. And because of that, you will find that it suppresses the expression of that energy that you have, that nature, that your true ability to express what you are. And instead, what happens is you end up expressing a program that you've picked up over a period of time. And unfortunately, what can happen there is that the program hasn't got your best interest at heart. The program really is designed to make sure that you don't gain expression for who you are. It's almost a little bit insidious in the sense that it's coming across as something maybe useful to you. But the main problem with programs in general coming from society is that they tend to suppress what you are and who you are as a person. So in the relaxation, what you learn to do is to relax all of those areas that normally hold you in a state of stress. Now, the problem with that you'll find is that as long as you have those stresses on you mentally and physically, the less you're able to express yourself and your true nature. So what you're trying to do with the relaxation then is to allow yourself into a state where all of that is freed out. All of the stresses dissolve. And as they dissolve, then you find that you're able to experience the freedom that the ability of your energy to come to the surface is giving you. So you begin to feel a level of relaxation, which is probably much deeper than normal. And you also then begin to experience an expressing of that life that you have inside. So in other words, you have, and you came into the world with a purpose of your own. And your job is to express that true nature, is to express that purpose in life, okay? Now, what can happen is that as a result of the programs that you are, I suppose, that are impressed upon you, you find that your life's direction moves to one side to follow that, the direction of that program. So you will find that if it moves you to one side, you have no way of gaining expression for your true nature, for what your purpose actually is in life. And so you will find that you can find that as you move further and further away from your purpose and what you are really here to do, that increases a constant level of stress because you are not really where you should be as a person. And that anxiety or that stress is what creates various types of problems within the body physically and within the mind mentally. It's the separation between what your true nature, what your life is, what its purpose is, and your direction, and then the opposition from the programs that you've picked up over the years. So what you're doing in a relaxation session then is you're realigning yourself so that you can bring to bear the energy that is natural to you, that is your natural state, and you're bringing that to bear on your physical state and on your mental state, and it's realigning your purpose in life. And that's why a person can often find, if they do the relaxation, that it's an active state of realignment. It brings about a state whereby you are realigned with your own life force inside and its purpose and direction. The consequences of that then is that you find that you begin to get direction again from that life force inside. And as a result of that, you find that your life takes a new direction, which is designed to bring you to where you are meant to be in the world, to take up your rightful position outside of, in other words, following a program. And these programs come from various sources. They can be political, they can be religious, they can be based on the country that you're born in and so on. And they basically are designed, if you like, to separate you from your own life's direction. So you will find that as you move into the relaxation, then you start to begin to feel this energy moving through the body. You begin to feel this energy passing through the mind. And as it does, you find that you get direction from that, and you begin to feel that you understand where you are supposed to be as a person, what your life is supposed to be. And so you find that you are able to find direction for yourself so that you have an answer that is built into you and that you came into the world with, and you are able to actually connect up to that again and find the direction for your life yourself. And so I find that when I'm looking at that type of thing for people, I find that for most people, it's a situation where you have, instead of the person actually being in a situation where they are led by a program, they then begin to understand that they have an actual purpose of their own and that they can pursue this. And this creates a level of satisfaction and happiness and completeness and fulfillment that people under normal circumstances aren't able to really reach, except for very brief amounts of time. But this, if you align the person and the person becomes aligned with their own life inside, they will develop an ability to tune into that and get direction from it. And they will find that that transforms their lives. It changes everything about their lives, and you will find that they feel incredibly well. And as the relaxation evolves and develops, you will find that they will feel better and better and better every single day. So the relaxation, while it's normally understood to be, hey, we just lie here and we do nothing, in actual fact, during a relaxation session, as the tension dissolves and that uncovers that life force that you have inside, it's a hugely active state then, because that energy, as it passes through you, transforms the physical state, transforms your mental state, balancing it and bringing it back to a normal state. Normal as in a much different level to what you've experienced up till now. So that's why I was saying at the very beginning of the session last week that relaxation is an active state, because it releases the potential of the person, and that changes the direction of your life, and it allows you to have a different life just through using the relaxation techniques. Now, as we mentioned, and Jamie so kindly mentioned in his description of what I went through, if you like, during my life in relation to the development of this, that you can we have kind of evolved or developed a system where we use those type of techniques in almost everything that we're involved in. We are involved in the Educogym system, which is designed really to teach the person how to focus their mind at the time of training, which releases that energy, and their result is unbelievably transformed by comparison to a normal training session. So you can apply it, what you've learned in the relaxation, to any aspect of your life. You can apply it to your relationship, you can apply it to your children, you can apply it to your business, to your colleagues, and your relationship with these people will improve dramatically, because you are running from your own life inside, and it has a direction of its own, and you're aligned with your purpose. And that takes all the stress away. Once you are in alignment, all the stress falls away, and you will gain direction from that. So what I was saying to you last week was that if you want to send some feedback to Jamie, what we will do basically then is that if there are specific areas of your life that you're interested in transforming, what we will do then is we will, while I'm speaking to you and directing you through the relaxation, I can add that in, or a grouping of things that you want to do, so that we are actively involved in changing your life while we are going through the relaxation session, so that it becomes 20 minutes or 25 minutes of highly useful, transformational changes in your whole life. And that's what I mean when I say that you can do relaxation and you can just lie on the chair and nothing really much is going to take place. That's not the type of relaxation that I'm interested in. Always, and always during my life, we've used these relaxation techniques to transform everything that we wanted to do, from a physical state, which was a large part of what the therapy that I was involved in was doing, where you got a person who came along to the therapy who were very unwell, often extremely unwell, and you would teach the person to relax and access that energy inside, which had a hugely healing effect once it was released. Whereas when they were stressed and under pressure because of the problems that they had, that was shut down. And the very thing that they needed to make a change in their health and their well-being was shut down, and they had no access to it. So when we brought them into the state of relaxation, they began to feel that energy moving through the body. You would have incredibly transformative effects, and people would have been brought back literally from very, very dangerous stages of ill health, both mental and physical. And so it can have a tremendous effect. And you will find, even at the beginning, if you're getting into the relaxation and you're sort of okay and you're a bit relaxed, every time you practice, you get better and better and better at it. That's the whole thing. So you will find that if you practice each day, you will get better and better at it. And so that the next time we do the relaxation, you will go into a much deeper level. And as a consequence of that, then you will free out more and more of your own life, and it will move through the body because it has an intelligence of its own and it knows what to do. So you can allow it through the body and it will move into the physical structures. It will increase the strength of all of the organs in the body, transforming all of these areas. Has a tremendous effect on you mentally. You feel incredibly positive, very, very well mentally, very balanced. And that's because you've released your own true nature, your own energy or life force into the body and into the mind. So the relaxation is tremendously effective for changing the direction of your life, both physically, mentally, and into your day-to-day living. So I'd like you to just know that before we start into the relaxation now today, so that you know what's possible from it. And the reason that I want you to know that is that will allow you to pay more attention to it, because you may have said, yeah, well, I'll do a bit of relaxation now, this is fine. But if you know that the potential for each 20 minutes that you do is quite dramatic, you tend to pay more attention to it. Is that okay? So every time we do that, then you can add in, the next time I talk to you, we may have had communication from you and you may be saying, look, these areas in my life I would like to make a change in. And we can then, I suppose, if you like, help you out in that. I'm quite familiar with this territory, as you can imagine, from doing this sort of work for a very long time. So I'd like to be able to make the relaxation as useful as possible to you, so that you get as much as you possibly can out of it, and that each week that we go through it, your life is developing and becoming better and better and better. And that's the whole point of this. There is no other reason for that, because I don't find that, I like us to spend time, and that the time is constructive that we spend together, that you get a lot out of it, and in some shape or form, then I can give you a hand with that. And so that's really, that's the explanation for it. And so that you understand that we're going to look to achieve a result today. And the result today will be to release as much energy into the body and into the mind as we can, and let it have that transforming effect on your life. And you'll notice it. You'll notice that it's not just a quick hit and it's gone. You'll notice that it stays with you throughout the day. You'll notice that people are even saying to you, wow, you look much better. And you'll notice that your interactions with people are at a completely different level, because you feel so relaxed and so well. So you're not, your reactions and interactions with everybody and with the situations in your life change. And that's what I mean by it being transformative. All right, so now what we'll do is we will head into the relaxation now at this stage. Now I want you to take up a position. If you're lying on the floor, that's fine. Just stretch out now and do that. If you are sitting in a chair, take up your position now in the chair. I'm just giving you just a little bit of time to kind of settle into it and to make sure that you're in a relaxed position. As I was saying to you last week, try and make sure the dog doesn't jump in on the deal, or the kids don't burst their way in through the door. If you can manage that, because it's nice to get to 20 minutes, it's important from the point of view of the result that we get, get as much of that as we possibly can, okay? So you try and get through the session without interruption, in other words. All right, well, that's marvelous. Okay, well, if you settle down now and closing your eyes, if you're lying on the ground, you let your feet fall off to each side. That's it. Put your hands down by your sides, and the palms of your hands are facing upwards. That's great. Now, with your head, if you tuck your chin in a little bit, so your head isn't falling backwards, it's coming forwards, just tuck your chin in a little bit. Now, don't stress it or don't hurt your neck, just gently. Now, if you're sitting on the chair, your hands are on your lap, the palms of your hands are facing upwards, and your feet are flat on the ground, and your eyes are closed. Okay, that's really great. Now, I want you to bring your attention down to your feet. Now, any tightness or tension that you feel there, I just want you to let it go now completely. That's excellent. Bring your attention down to your calves, letting go of any tightness or tension in your calves. Now let it go completely. That's excellent. Bring your attention up to your thighs. Now you're letting go of any tightness or tension that you feel there. That's it, let it go now completely. And you'll feel it's like the muscles become looser and they kind of just settle onto the ground or into the chair in a much looser way. That's great. In other words, the tightness is going out of them. Bring your attention now to your hips. You're letting go of any tightness or tension in your hips now. Let it go completely. That's good. Now I want you to bring your attention to the base of your spine. Let go of any tightness or tension you feel there. Now I want you to bring your attention up along your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, moving your attention right up along your spine, and let go of any tightness that you find there. To the extent that you'll find, if you're lying on the ground or sitting in a chair, that your back is just sinking into the ground and sinking into the chair, because you're letting it get very, very loose, very relaxed. That's really great. Excellent. Going vertebrae by vertebrae now, up along your spine to the back of your neck, letting go of any tightness or tension. The back of your neck, just let it go now completely. Bring your attention now to the back of your head, letting go of any tightness or tension in the back of your head. Just let it go now completely. And across now the top of your head. Bring your attention to the top of your head. You're letting go of any tightness or tension there. Very good. Bring your attention now to your forehead. Letting go of any tightness or tension in the forehead completely. Let it go now. Just letting it become very smooth. That's really, really good. Excellent. Bring your attention now down to your eyes. Now your eyes are just gently closed. You're not holding them tightly closed. You're just gently closed now. Excellent. Bring your attention now to your mouth. Just letting go of any tightness or tension now in your mouth and jaw. So your mouth opens slightly. That's fine. Any tightness or tension in your neck now, let it go completely. Very good. Let go of any tightness or tension now across your shoulders. That's it. You're just letting it go completely now. And just relaxing back into the ground or into the chair. That's it. Just relaxing now completely. Bring your attention now down to your chest. Let go of any tightness or tension in your chest. Let it go now completely. Very good. Now bring your attention down to your stomach. You're letting go of any tightness or tension now in your stomach. Let it go completely. That's really, really good. Excellent. Now you'll find that if you bring your attention now to the top of your head, and in your mind's eye, you can see that light and that energy, and it's going to sweep down through the body and out through the soles of your feet. And as it sweeps down through the body, like a cascade of light, pouring through every single cell, and it ignites those cells, filling them with light, which is perfect health for those cells. As it sweeps through the body, it repairs all tissue needing repair. And because the body is becoming more and more relaxed now, your own circulation is moving freely and easily through the body. That's excellent. And as it moves through the body, it's carrying all the nutrients that your body needs, carrying it through into the digestive system, carrying it through into throughout the whole system within the nervous system area, right through all of the nervous systems now, increasing the power and the strength of the message carrying nervous system within the body, perfecting it and bringing it to an absolutely perfect health state. Bring your attention up to the heart, increasing the power and the strength of your heart. Now that energy and that circulation moving through the heart very smoothly and easily now, repairing all tissue needing repair. pouring up into the lungs, now increasing the power and the strength of your lungs. That's perfect now. And pouring through the immune system now. It's amplifying the power and the strength of the immune system now, allowing it to look after you physically in every way that's required. So the circulation is pouring through the body now very smoothly and easily, carrying all the nutrients throughout the body. That's excellent. And you're moving to an even deeper level of relaxation now, moving even deeper. Now you'll notice that you're becoming even more relaxed, that you're feeling energy increasing now. It gets even stronger because it's got a greater freedom to move through you physically and mentally because of the lack of resistance. So you're dropping even deeper into relaxation and the energy is getting even stronger now. Now you will find that this energy becomes stronger and stronger every day. And this energy is going to move out into your everyday life, taking care of everything on your behalf. It has a direction of its own, which is your direction. And as you become more and more relaxed, it aligns you with that purpose and that direction. That's excellent now. So you're lining yourself up with your direction in life. You're freeing out the energy within the body and within your mind and creating the perfect balance physically and mentally for a very, very successful and happy life. And every time you do the relaxation, you will move to an even deeper level, gaining greater expression for your own life force inside. And you'll feel it, even if at the beginning of the relaxation sessions, you don't experience it, you will as you go along, as the body becomes more and more relaxed, you will feel more and more of that energy. And you will certainly notice that it stays with you throughout the week, particularly if you practice the relaxation every day yourself. Now, there's no limit on how many times you want to practice the relaxation. You can practice it as many times as you want to. It just intensifies that sense of well-being and the ability of that energy to repair you physically and mentally. Drifting even deeper now into relaxation, becoming even more relaxed now. Feeling that cascade of energy moving right to the body from the top of your head, right down through the arms, out through the palms of your hands, right down through the legs and out through the soles of your feet. Passing through the body freely through every single cell now. It's like the body is lighting up, becoming a light. That's really, really good. Excellent. In relaxation, if you practice yoga, you can achieve what's called enlightenment, where you relax so much that the energy within your body is able to move through so strongly that it lights up the body. It becomes a beacon of light. Not naturally, of course, that's a very, very higher level of how we operate as a human being. But after all, that is our true nature, our true state. So every time you do the relaxation, you will find that more and more of that light is passed through the mind and the body, balancing it and bringing it to perfect health. You will find that as you become more and more familiar with the feeling of well-being and the feeling of that energy passing through you, that you will feel it going out to other people, out to your friends and relations, and going out to other people, not even necessarily related to you, that you just pass by, that because that energy will continue out from you, out into the world, transforming the world itself. So we have, as a human being, we have a lot to offer the world. And let nobody ever tell you that you have nothing to offer. You have your life, which has an absolutely incredibly transforming effect on your life, on everybody else that you come into contact with. And your purpose as a human being is to express that energy. So you're drifting even deeper now into relaxation. And every time you do the relaxation now, you will allow more and more of that energy through. And it will transform all aspects of your life out into your business, allowing you to become more creative as a human being, increasing your ability to communicate with people. All of that comes from you being able to allow your own life out into the world. And the relaxation is the key to that. So now, what we will do now is we will just gently and easily moving back up to the surface now, feeling really, really well. And as I count from 3 back up to 1, you will find yourself now moving right back up to the surface, but feeling incredibly well. 3, gently now and easily moving right back up to the surface, feeling that energy now moving right through physically and mentally, and moving right out into the room and right out into the world. 2, gently and easily now moving right up to the surface. And until we speak again, I would love you to practice your relaxation while we're away, and that each time we come together, then you will be able to go to an even deeper level. 1, gently and easily now, just opening your eyes, feeling incredibly relaxed and very, very well. Thank you, guys. That's marvelous.
Thank you, Tom. That's awesome. I always love that feeling after relaxation where you really participated and you do get that rush of energy. And I know if people are watching this for the first time and maybe they're doing a relaxation first time, it is something I think, and I hope you agree with me, that it can really develop. You can,
absolutely.
Yeah. You start to notice the energy. You'll start to feel a tingling, and it can happen after a period of time. I know for other people, it can happen very quickly, but it does happen. And the longer you persist and practice, the more that energy really does come up and the more you'll experience it. And then I think the more you're able to express it.
Yes. Yeah. I like to mention it because sometimes a total beginner who knows nothing about this can just go into the relaxation and it will hit them. And they're going, what was that? So you need to know that that's the norm for a human being, to feel their own energy inside and at that level. You know, that's what transforms everything. That's what causes the transformation in your health and in your mental state. That's what does it. You know, it also is what does it in the training. So when you train and you focus on the muscle, that causes that energy to go into the muscle, and that's what gets it to grow or to firm up.
Absolutely. I think people don't often think of it that way, but it is actually the energy that grows the muscle. It's the energy which grows anything.
Energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So stress is anti-energy. In other words, stress basically shuts down your contact with yourself. And I think people often say that. They feel separated and alone. And that's created by programs which cause stress, whereas the relaxation dissolve that and put you into contact with yourself, and you're never alone ever again, because you're lined up with your energy inside, and that's a tremendous sense of well-being. It dissolves things like depression, for instance, almost overnight. And I've seen people who had depression problems for years come in, do the relaxation, and it would literally transform that person overnight. So I think it has an incredible effect on the person. And I think that what's wonderful about it is that this is your true state. This is what you truly are. And for some reason, you've been told otherwise. And my whole kind of motivation in life is to remind people who they really are. And they don't need to suffer the consequences of programs that are telling them something they're not.
So, Tom, honestly, so appreciate that you've taken the time to do this with us. And for me, because you're here in your home and listening to you, it's like having your own personal class. So one-on-one instruction. So I really appreciate that. And as you mentioned earlier, and I think it's important, if people did have anything that they wanted included in the relaxation, they can get us, they can direct message us on Facebook, or they can email us info@educogym.com, and then we'll, over the course of the week, help to put it together. And we will have a shortened version of this relaxation available over the next 24 hours. And we're going to put it on other channels such as YouTube, Vimeo, and then obviously we'll have it here on Facebook. So we encourage you to practice during the week. The practice really does make a difference. And we look forward to seeing you next Thursday, 12 o'clock, same place.
Yeah, I'd be delighted to be here, and for you to be here as well. That would be terrific. Yeah.
Great. So the more people we have, the merrier. We've an endless capacity to have people involved.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So to everybody joining us, thank you so much again, and stay tuned to our Facebook page. Yeah, stay tuned to our Facebook page, and you'll get so much support in all different areas, whether it's nutrition, training, free sessions on training, and then obviously our relaxation. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week.
Definitely.
Adios.
Bye-bye.